Welcome back to Pro Shop. It's Pete here, and today I'm going to be teaching my girlfriend Anika how to TIG weld. I just want to keep it simple by setting the machine to pulse and just fusing the joint together, so not adding the filler wire, just so she can get a feel for TIG welding. We're just going to first cut some plate, and then I'll set the machine up, and then we'll start about TIG welding.
Say hello to everybody. Here's a little Barney update. So he's 11 weeks now. I think when you guys first met him, he was only 8 weeks. Guess, do you want a little treat? Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? Yeah. Yes. Okay, so how do we set up the machine?
Okay, first we turn it on, make sure we've got the gas on. I still forget from time to time. Then we need our earth clamp, clamp it to the table.
Oh, thanks for the help, Barney.
We have a little bit of pre-flow, and then we have a 0 search arc, and it'll come up to 44 amps. We want 40 amps per 1 millimeter of material that we're using, and we've got 1.2, so 44 is about where we'll start. And then the high end of the pulse will jump up to 55, and then it will drop down. We've got 1 second pulse width, so that's a nice kind of
Tempo?
dab tempo. That's a good way of looking at it. 5 seconds of post flow.
Great.
So let's start on that. The other thing is make sure we have a clean, sharp tungsten. This is 1.6 mil. So we've got the material ready to go. Machine is set up. Next, you need some safety equipment.
Awesome.
First thing, welder's cap.
Okay.
It's not essential, but I like them because they keep the sparks out of my hair. Not that TIG welding has much sparks. Also, in summertime, you get like a nasty sweat band. Like, it gets pretty gross, so we can have that on our hat. And then we can just chuck these in the wash.
Awesome.
So,
Barney, come here.
first up is your Christmas present.
Ooh. Ooh, it's bright.
It's bright.
Thanks. Am I welding or riding a motorcycle? What do you want to set?
We'll just set it at a low shade. Sensitivity and delay is fine. We'll just so because we're doing thinner material, you want to be able to see more.
We've set the shade to 9, it seems.
Come here. Sit down. Sit. Good boy.
Stay.
Next up, some TIG welding gloves.
Awesome. Perfect fit. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So we've cut these, pulled the plastic off it, and they're nice and clean. So what I'm going to be doing is just doing a simple butt weld, tack either side, and then run a fuse weld along it. So no filler wire. I've got the filler wire here anyway, just to make sure you can get, this way I can teach you just how to hold the torch, angles, and then you can learn the speed, especially with the pulse going. You can get the nice dabbing effect without having to worry about putting this in, because then you can also overcorrect sometimes and dab this into the job, dab this into the tungsten.
Sounds a bit confusing.
There's one thing I found, I've taught people how to TIG weld before, and I've just thrown them in the deep end, grabbed all this stuff, set everything up, confused them with settings, confused them with gas flow, and they've done it for a bit, it got too hard, and they just gave up.
You just need to get that technique, like
You
how
gotta
to hold the pencil.
hold the pencil, like at school when you had your, did you ever have a
I had to get my
pen
license.
license? Yeah, okay, so this will get you your TIG license. Just your L's for now until you step up to your P's, your provisionals. Okay, so we want to be at say 45 60-degree angle to the job.
Yeah.
You want to keep the tungsten point in the middle of both the jobs, nice and smooth down the center line. The main thing is to get comfortable. One thing that I did when I started was I started getting really tense. The more I went along the weld, by the time I got to the end, I was holding my breath and almost like passing out. So just relax. It's only all you're really doing is a slight press of the finger. It doesn't have to tense up. Yeah.
Do I hold the button on?
Yeah. Hold the button down, on, off. That's it. That's the post flow going. The pulse will take care of the timing. So you'll see pulse and then move forward. Pulse, move forward.
Okay.
Okay, so here goes. You see how close I am to the job? Pulse, move forward. So if you're too far away, I'll show you what happens if you go too far away. See how it started to, it's melting still, but it's smaller. The arc is actually a lot wider. And then when you come back down, it flows in a lot better. So I'll just stop it here. Keep the gas going on while it cools it down.
That's the beginning of the weld, and then that's as Pete moved too far away. And you can see on the back it was fusing the back to start, but then it kind of stopped joining the two pieces together when you got too far away. So that's good to know.
The distortion, pull it.
Will it always do that?
It will. You'll learn to control the distortion in certain panel work.
Okay. So can you tack the ends for me first?
I can do that.
And that little tip never touches the middle.
Yes. I'm glad you said that because that's probably the main point. But yeah.
All right, let's give it a go. So is this a good angle?
That's a good angle.
All right, here we go.
That's nice and close. That's what you want. Maybe come down to your bit of material. Yep, in the center line more. Let it cool down.
All right. How did that do? Oh, that's terrible.
So here the tungsten was a little bit too far away, and then by the time you corrected it, got down nice and low. Yeah, that's not too bad. By the time you got to the end, it was flowing really nicely.
Can I try tacking it this time?
You can tack it this time.
Okay. All right. Round 2. Whew. Stressful.
Did you hold your breath?
Yep.
I think you did, yeah.
I think I breathed until the end.
Okay. Probably was a little bit too hot, or you're going a little bit too slow. But I think by the time you worked out the pace, it wasn't too bad.
Hey Barney, do you like my welding gloves? Hey.
All right, well, I'm pretty happy I'm actually extremely happy how well you've picked this up. You are a quick learner.
All right, so I think now I want to make something.
You want to make something?
And I have something in mind.
Yes.
And I'm going to need some squares.
So, you can start doing the guillotine, cutting it.
Ooh, did I just move up in the world?
Okay, you got to learn all the machines here, not just welding.
Okay,
So first we want to do, what I did was just cut this into a 50mm strip. Now we want to do into 50mm this way. Don't worry about this. This machine has got an adjustable backstop. The red knob, the emergency switch, just turn it.
This one?
Yep, up the other way. And now press it. Okay.
Oh.
Push it in, yeah. Right.
Well, there we go, guys. My first welding job done, and I made a cube.
So
How do you think I did?
I'm pretty impressed, actually. For the first time you've actually TIG welded, I know
Yep.
it's just fusing, fusing on pulse. You didn't dip the tungsten once, which I'm very impressed. So this will be a great indestructible
Dog toy.
dog toy.
Let's see if Barney likes it. Hey, Barney boy. You're welcome. Mummy made that for you. Mummy made it for you. Yes, you do. Well guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It means the absolute world to us, and thanks Pete for taking the time today to show me how to
TIG weld.
TIG weld.